Good morning. My name is Kriston Sellier. I am the founder and president of Ideate, and we are a specialized branding agency. And today, what I thought would be helpful is I was looking at another creative firm's estimate, and it brought me back to like the first 5 years of how I would craft an agency. And I was looking at an estimate of a very well-known agency. And so I thought they had really made some fundamental mistakes on their estimate in terms of what they didn't include. So I'm just going to talk a little bit about how to write an estimate and still be profitable at the end of the project. So this is really about graphic design. So if you're working with designers, what to look for when you're getting an estimate from them, and then what also to include in your estimate when you're estimating to your clients. So this is an example of one of our templates for an estimate. And this is how we scope out a project. So for brand identity, which is our logo design, we give an explanation of it, and then we include bullet points of what we're going to do. If we're going to be sketching, when we create multiple concepts, what kind of research we're going to do, we include that as bullet points. And then we tell them how many concepts we're going to present. So we're presenting 2 concepts in this estimate. If, in our years of doing this, some clients do want more. And if they do want more, then we can discuss that up front because we're being very transparent. And then we include up to 3 rounds of revisions for refinement of the logo. We include the words up to because inevitably someone may pick one on the first round and then say, oh, I'm not using the rounds of revisions. What do I get back in terms of money? If we hit it on the first go around, that's a benefit to the company, and that's based on years of experience of doing this, and even if they don't use the rounds of revision, they should still pay for the entire scope of the project, in my opinion. And then finalizing the logo, we include the types of formats of files that they're going to receive. So 4-color process, spot colors, black and white, reverse out of a color. So it's a white logo, and then the file formats they're going to get. So that's how we scope out a logo project. It's very clear how many concepts and how many rounds of revisions they're getting and what the final deliverable is going to be. And I find, for me as a designer, it's hard sometimes to be profitable with development because I feel like if a developer says 50 hours, it's going to take them 100. No offense to Mickey or Ryan on this call. I'm just saying that's how it feels. So I'm sure other marketers feel the same way about graphic designers. They say, I just need this logo, and they say it's going to be 10 hours, and they bill me 20 hours. This is a way to keep it at 10 hours, to say this is what the budget is, this is what it is, so you can still make money with your client. And then I have listed a few other pieces down here. I hope I'm not at my limit, but corporate identity pieces, we do the same thing. We include how many concepts, how many revisions, and then another important piece as you get into these is if you're writing copy or the client is providing copy. That's a big difference. And we prefer to write the copy, but many times our client is providing it. And so it's important to note if the copy is provided by the client so that you don't get into an argument or, an issue with your client when you're delivering, when they're expecting something that isn't going to be prepared. So the end, the really final summary is be as transparent as you can from the very beginning. Create some assumptions and terms in your agreement to make sure that you're profitable and you're running a good business and your client is happy and understands the expectations and deliverables they're going to receive on the end. And that's the end of my tip.